So after what happened in Gaza and what happened in Lebanon, Israel has killed so many civilians in Gaza and has killed so many civilians in also Lebanon, and they killed the most powerful man in Lebanon, Hassan Nasrallah. So Iran has taken revenge. So yesterday they fired like 250 rockets from Iran to Israel.
Ich habe das gesehen, ich war am Fahren und ich habe plötzlich gesehen, alle Leute haben rechts dran angehalten und die haben angefangen, den Himmel zu filmen. Und ich habe auch angehalten und die Rakete gesehen und ich habe die auch gehört. Das hat mir ein Angst bereitet. Jedoch, das ist irgendwie, ich wusste, dass die Raketen nicht auf Jordanien gezielt waren.
It made me feel bad on how people over there have been going through this for one whole year constantly, minimum a year for constant every single day, but it has been going on for over 75 years.
It was the first time I was witnessing something like that from this close. I guess it's never nice to have bombs flying over your head. And then I felt like this is what my colleagues in Gaza have been experiencing, not only for a year, but actually for all their life.
Here in Jordan, we're super integrated with what's happening in Palestine since a long time ago. Maybe the reason is our borders are stuck together. Like if you go to certain areas in Jordan, you can just see Palestine, like you can see houses there and everything. And a lot of us, I'm personally from Palestinian origin. I don't always say I'm Jordanian. I only have the Jordanian passport.
I'm living in Bethlehem, born in Bethlehem. I am 31 years old. I am a nurse, work in a hospital in Jerusalem.
My name is I'm from Jordan, originally from Palestine.
My name is I'm French and I work for humanitarian NGOs.
Hi, ich heiße ich bin 27 Jahre alt, komme aus Jordanien, ursprünglich aus Palästina und ich habe in Deutschland studiert, Maschinenbau. أنا مواليد الأردن طبعا. طلعت من الأردن بال 2010. سكنت في فلسطين وعيت بفلسطين، عرفت شو يعني فلسطين، شو يعني وطن، شو يعني قضية والمحتل موجود. يعني هناك كثير احنا مش تمام مع الاحتلال. فأنا لما وعيت على الدنيا وشفت الاحتلال هيك وما في كرامة وتعذيب وضرب على الحواجز يعني على أي إشي هيك بس بضروه، فإنه خلص صار يفوت جبات جيش عنا على البلد وإحنا نهجم، إحنا الشباب الجيل معرفش إيش يعني جيل إيش شو بالضبط، مش عارفين وين نوصل. وكانوا يعني يلحقونا دائما لحد ما يعني أكثر من مرة أنا كنت أطلع لحد ما وصلنا لمرحلة إنه مسكنا، طبعا حجزنا في مركز شرطة إسرائيلية في نتانيا أم الرشراش. حجزونا 9 ساعات في غرفة كأنها بتوقع إنها متر بمتر، كنا 14 واحد وطلعونا يعني عادي، ما بصمونا ولا إشي ولا وقعنا ولا كله تمام. طلعنا تردوا مسكونا كمان مرة عشان إحنا من راجد وهيك لما يفوتوا عنا البلد. برضه انحبسنا 6 أيام. طبعا كانت الدنيا شتوية، لا أكل ولا شرب طبيعي. ولما شافوا إنه معي مثلا جواز أردني، هوية أردنية، هوية فلسطينية اللي هي ازدواجية الهويات تسمى، حكولي إنه لازم تدفع غرامة 35,000 دولار تقريبا يعني. فلا احنا قررت اطلع لانه ما بقدر ادفع $35، فانه استبعدت على الاردن. وهيني هنا يعني لحد لازم انه ادفع $35 مشان اروح علي اني التك الامني.
I worked in Iraq, then in Cameroon and in Chad for the same NGO, and then I changed NGO to come to Palestine to work for this new one because we focus on people with disabilities. We need prosthesis, we need kits like hygiene kits, wound dressing kits. We need a lot of materials just to be able to provide care to people, and these items are not available in Gaza anymore since October, and because the Israeli authorities are not letting it enter Gaza, it's very frustrating because basically there's not much you can do. So before it was 500, and I think in September it was like 60 trucks entering daily for 2 million people who need humanitarian assistance.
This year, the last year as well, really was hard. I have a family in Gaza. I'm always stressful. They are alive or not. They're now without hope. They are living in a tent. My family in Gaza, my mother family and my father family in Gaza, one of the richest families in Gaza. And they are now living in a tent in Mawas in Khan Yunis. You know, they have no hope, no work, no business, nothing. And that's so sad. You know, every day I'm entering to my mother and my dad to ask him, oh, they are alive, still alive? Or we missed someone today? I missed my grandmother in the war. And I was always have a feeling that I was seeing them again. But I'm not success. Because Gaza is like big job, or not big, small job. You know? It's closed from the Egyptian side, it's closed from the Israeli side, and no one can enter and no one can go out. And really it's very hard. And always I have feeling that I will see this family, my family again, but I'm not success until now.
اكثر اشي بحبه في الاردن يعني ممكن امان، حرية، بقدر اروح وين ما بدي باي ساعة بدي اياها. يعني هاي القعدة اللي احنا قاعدينها هسه ما بتخيلش اني اقعد بفلسطين، لانه احنا تحت احتلال، فبأي وقت بيجي الاحتلال بفطرنا بيضربنا بيعمل اي اشي. ما بتخيل اني كنت اسهر لبعد 12 مثلا.
And like it's very hard to understand how we reached that point of no one really caring about what's happening and no one like standing up and speaking about what's happening, because there's no reason in the world that should allow a government to act like that, and to basically deprive a population from food and from healthcare and from anything. Yet this is happening, and now no one can say that they don't know. We know it's broadcasting all over the media, and yet nothing is changing, and the situation keeps on getting worse. We also have a lot of psychosocial support activities, but basically currently we are asking our staff in Gaza who have been living under the bombs for a year to provide this kind of support to people, but they also need that support because they are as impacted as any other people living in Gaza. So it's very difficult to actually do anything without anyone and anything entering in Gaza.
The first challenging that I'm going from Bethlehem to Jerusalem. We have like a wall around Bethlehem, between Bethlehem and Jerusalem, and there is just a checkpoint to enter to Jerusalem. And every day I'm struggling to arrive to my work at the time, because like there is thousands of people going to work inside Jerusalem. I wake up like at 5 a.m. to arrive at 7 a.m. But if there is no checkpoint and no walls, in 10 minutes from my home to my work with my car. I'm working in a hospital that have Arabic patient, Jewish patient, Muslim patient, Russian patient, Christian patient, everyone from anyone, from everywhere. So the challenging that how to separate between what's going on and how to be human, and how to respect the humanity that the Israeli army not respected it. And I am successful to do that. We are a hospital for elderly people and oncology people. We try to give them how much we can from caring, emotional, treatment, how much we can give, we will give. Without racism, without this is Arabic or Jewish, this is Muslim or Christian or Jewish. We not racism in our world. Because we are all human. We are equal. No one up, no one down. We are all equal.
As I'm French and I kind of know the French politics, I was kind of expecting that extending the war to Lebanon would be the red line, and that this would be like Palestine, okay, Lebanon too much, we are going to stop things now. Even this doesn't seem to be the red line for anyone, so it's very difficult to have hope actually that things will calm down.
Es wird jetzt in dieser Zeit eine Geschichte geschrieben, eine sehr, sehr gruselige Geschichte geschrieben.
For example, they took my land in Tulkarem, they killed my grandmother, and after they killed my family, they bring European, they are Jews, European, and go take your land. No, it's not their land. They are occupation.
Ich sehe, wie die Leute in Palästina vertrieben werden, die werden gefoltert, die werden absichtlich zum Verhungern gebracht und ich kann davon nichts tun.
Like, it's about time that people actually show the Israeli authorities that we are not okay with what you're doing and this is not normal. And you are not free to bomb 5 countries at a time without anyone saying anything about it.
احنا عرفنا انه قبل شوي صح احد اصدقائك استشهد في مخيم الفيلم. وصلنا صبر يعني من شي 4 ساعات او 3 ساعات. كيف الاشي خلاك تحس وما انت عرفت عنه؟ والله يعني قد ما احكي عن الشعور مش راح اقدر اوصفه طبعا، بس انه هيك خلص انا بعيد عن البلد وهبوط ومش عارف يعني ما شفته صار لي 6 شهور 7 شهور، فانه هيك اتفاجأ في موته واستشهاده، وهو يعني مواطن مدني كان هناك في مخيم طول كرم بتجول يعني عادي زي هالشباب، فهم قصفوا لأول مرة من الانتفاضة، لأول مرة بقصفوا ضد طيارة حربية، فقصفوا يعني متوقع صارت حصلة الشهداء يعني 25 شخص، وفي عائلة من بينهم راحت كلها. عائلة يعني انت بتقصد يعني أب وأم وأطفال؟ أب وأم وابن وبنت راحوا من القصف هيك، هم ماشيين في الشارع فراح. وكثير الاشي سيء يعني انه احنا خلص انه لو انتهت تضل الحياة. شكرا لك. عفوا.
They have to lift Gaza, stop bombing Lebanon. For now, let's say. Because they killed more than 40,000 civilians in Gaza, and they killed right now more than 2,000 civilians in Lebanon. So for now, they have to stop wars in Gaza and not wars, genocide in Gaza and Lebanon.
I mean, if you're neutral, you're with the genocide. And that's all I have to say. Ask anyone. If you're neutral, you can't say you haven't read enough. I mean, the internet is for free. You can't stop yourself from just reading, but it's unfair. Like, it's all kids who are dying. I mean, even look at Lebanon. It's super, super unfair for you just not to read. I sometimes can't even look at the videos of the kids. They're all shredded. So who are you? Yani, why are you living? You're living to keep the people's voices heard. If you don't read, if you don't know what's happening, why are you living? I mean, that's what I think.
You know, the problem here, the conflict, the problem is not the population. The government is the problem. That's it. The last time were really the most racism government ever.
We can live together. It's not a big deal, but in our country, not in their country, not in Israel, in Palestine, let's make it in the map. And they invest. Let's say they will lift Israel. They will lift, and we will take our lands. Then they welcome, but not with the occupied, not with the soldiers. They are welcome like as you are here in Jordan.
It's our land since 100,000 years ago. We used to live with the Jewish, with the Christians, with the Muslims. We were all in one land. You can't just come and say this is the land of the Jewish or this is the land of the Muslims. We used to live all together. We have churches there. We have the places of beliefs for the Jewish. We have a lot of mosques, and they're all holy, especially to Muslims. So I think we will get our land back eventually. The point is, Israel can't just keep expanding its territories. It just doesn't work that way. You can't just go, oh, Lebanon is not safe, we're just gonna take it. It doesn't work.
Ich würde es perfekt finden, wenn die Israel sich an die von den United Nations angelegte Grenzen hält. Die United Nations hatte im Jahr 67 Grenzen jeweils für Palästina und für Israel angesetzt, und wenn Israel sich an diese Gesetzen, an diese Grenzen hält, das wäre ja optimale Lösung.
We work together. We hanging out together. We sitting and discussing everything together. We living beside each other. We living in the same. In Jerusalem, there is a home for Jewish. There is a home for the neighbor is Arab. The neighbor is a Christian. The neighbor is Muslim. The neighbor is from anywhere. You know, we living together. In the hospital, we work together. In everywhere, we work together. In the building, in construct, everywhere. So it's easy.
And after living in Palestine and in Jerusalem for a while and having talked to Palestinians and to Israelis my age, when you have both sides, it's very hard to have hope in any solutions, because there's so much hatred and anger and will to revenge. And like, for instance, at Jerusalem level, there's not much communication between Palestinians and Israelis. And if you don't communicate, and if you have a wall, which is what people having between Palestine and Israel, there's a wall, so people do not see each other, they don't interact with each other, so it's just strengthen the cliche you have and the hatred you have. But if people were allowed and to like to interact and to realize that actually whether you are Palestinian or Jewish, we don't care, you're just a young human being trying to live your life, I guess this would help.
I feel peace should be the way to go. I don't think war is going to do the job, because killing is going to make more killing. It's going to, make people hate each other, because when you kill someone, it's all revenge, about revenge. And I think it should be peaceful negotiations, diplomatic. I think we should go the peace way, because that's the best way.
I think I would like to tell people not to stick to what is broadcasted in mainstream European media, because there's a lot of bias. And I guess the best way for people to understand what's happening would be actually to come here and to talk to Israelis, Palestinians from the West Bank, but also Palestinians from Jerusalem, and then Arab Israelis, just to try to have a broader picture and to make their own opinion on what's happening, and not just to stick to what they are told from anyone.
If you want to know the truth and how we live and how the situation is, you have to come and see this between your eyes. At least live here 1 week, go to everywhere and see everything, and from your heart you will know what is the truth, really. and that's it.